What's wrong with Angel Reese's shot?
The recent release of Angel Reese's practice footage has ignited a firestorm of debate across social media, and the numbers paint a picture that can't be overlooked. While Reese continues to brand herself as the reigning queen of the WNBA, the data from both her game day performances and training sessions tell a more complicated story. At the same time, Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise and transformative influence on the league have created a gulf so vast between the two athletes that it's forcing a fundamental shift in how we define star power in women's basketball.
I mean, guys, this is just, she's putting in extra work with pads and fighting through contact. Well, number one, they shouldn't even have pads. And there should be a third person down there, but that's okay. I mean, nothing's going right here. I don't know why she keeps dropping her hands every time she goes to shoot, but she does, and that gives everybody a chance to come in and block her.
Chicago Sky fans were given an unfiltered look into Angel Reese's training routine when practice footage emerged. Footage that quickly went viral, but not for the reasons one might hope. What was meant to be a standard drill session instead spotlighted Reese grappling with fundamental basketball skills. Most notably, the video showed her missing routine layups and displaying shaky shooting mechanics, shots that, at the professional level, are expected to be automatic.
I'm going to be honest. The coaching staff, Tyler Marsh, everybody in her inner circle that looks at stuff like this and says, yeah, this is completely fine. Keep doing what you're doing. This is completely fine. Keep doing what you're doing. All of you guys, the coaching staff, you need to get smacked up. Tyler, you need to, dude, the guy behind Angel Reese looks shorter than me. I'm a pure human being. I'm a regular human being. This guy is shorter than me, dude.
In the now viral clip, Reese is seen running through layup drills, but her form fell well short of professional standards. Basketball analysts were quick to highlight glaring technical issues, including an uncommon habit of pushing the ball with her palm instead of guiding it with her fingertips, a fundamental misstep rarely seen at the pro level. The reaction online was swift and unforgiving, with some fans admitting they initially assumed the footage was satire, mistaking the awkward mechanics for a parody rather than a serious training session.
Look, we gotta be honest about Angel Reese here. We've gotta be honest. She can't score layups. That's a fact. That's a fact. And we need to question Angel Reese needs a new trainer. I said it over the summer. Why? Because Angel Reese was practicing tween sidestep middies. Like, I'm gonna tweet it out and I'm like, why are people surprised? Why are Sky fans surprised that Angel is still struggling with layups?
The practice footage becomes even more troubling when paired with Angel Reese's current season stats. Through 6 games, she's shooting a dismal 31.1% from the field, numbers that raise eyebrows on their own. But it's her layup efficiency that truly alarms. She's converted just 31.5% of her 54 attempts at the rim. To put that into perspective, those are figures that would be worrisome at the high school level, let alone for a professional athlete drawing a WNBA paycheck.
54%, and then right at third place, you have Angel Reese with 54 with a 31% shooting percentage, man. Man, honestly.
Basketball shooting coach Adrienne Ross offered a detailed breakdown of Reese's practice footage, pointing to several mechanical flaws that help explain her shooting struggles. One of the most striking issues Ross identified was Reese's offhand placement, completely obscuring her face during the shooting motion, with her palm turned inward. This unorthodox positioning not only disrupts balance and visibility, but also runs counter to the fundamentals of proper shooting form.
You get to Angel Reese and she's at 31.5% of her layups. She's attempted 54. She's made 31.5%. And she is, as I scroll down, she's the lowest in terms of making her layup.
If you're enjoying this breakdown, don't forget to subscribe for more. Perhaps the most concerning aspect of Angel Reese's form is her tendency to shoot from the hip rather than from her shoulders, a surprising flaw for someone standing 6 feet 3 inches. As one analyst pointed out, this kind of release typically signals a lack of strength or size, yet Reese is neither undersized nor physically weak. This mechanical issue goes a long way in explaining why her field goal percentage has plummeted, from an already underwhelming 39.1% as a rookie to a troubling 31.1% this season. The practice footage also exposed deeper problems with her shot preparation. Reese frequently dips the ball too low after receiving it, introducing unnecessary motion that disrupts the rhythm and momentum of her shot. Compounding the issue, her legs remain too stiff during the shooting process, forcing her to generate power almost entirely from her upper body. It's a flawed approach that breeds inconsistency, and the numbers on the stat sheet make that painfully clear.
Has a tendency to shoot from her hip instead of her shoulder sometimes. Granted, not everybody will have textbook shooting form, and that's okay. In Reese's case, however, the fact she is shooting from the hip at 6'3" is inexplicable. When a player shoots from the hip, it's indicative of a player's lack of adequate size and strength. But Reese is neither frail nor weak. No, Reese is definitely not frail, definitely not weak. She's strong. You can tell Angel Reese is strong as an ox.
Reese's shooting woes go far beyond practice footage. Her shot chart against the Dallas Wings paints a harsh portrait of inefficiency. Despite taking 92% of her shots from within 10 feet, prime real estate for any post player, she's converting just 28% from within 3 feet and only 36.8% from the 3 to 10 foot range. These are historically poor numbers for a professional big operating almost exclusively in the paint. The concerns only deepen when you break it down game by game. Reese has missed her first shot attempt in 5 of her 6 games this season, a trend so consistent it's become a running joke. In fact, Stadium Live has turned it into a betting segment. Will Reese hit her opening shot? The clips have gone viral, racking up over 1 million views as fans tune in to watch what's become a painfully predictable outcome.
Reese is now shooting under 30% from the field, and she mainly shoots layups. At what point are we going to stop taking her seriously as a basketball player?
One particularly damaging stretch came during a game against the New York Liberty, where Reese went 0-for-8, including multiple missed layups, followed by offensive rebounds that only led to more failed attempts. It was a sequence that perfectly encapsulated the inefficiency haunting both her individual performance and the Chicago Sky's offense as a whole. While Reese continues to struggle with basketball fundamentals, Caitlin Clark is generating an entirely different kind of conversation, one centered on star power, skill, and the future of the WNBA. Clark's return to Iowa for a preseason game against Brazil underscored the gulf between the two players in both performance and popularity. The Indiana Fever's exhibition at Carver Hawkeye Arena sold out in just 37 minutes, with average resale ticket prices skyrocketing to $670, the highest for any WNBA game since tracking began in 2015. The broadcast numbers were just as staggering. The game drew 1.3 million viewers on ESPN, marking a 13% increase over last season's regular season average, with peak viewership reaching 1.6 million. It wasn't just a game, it was a cultural event, and Clark was at the center of it all.
Reese, right there, blocked. You see the list of top blocked, 18 times. 18 times? She got some janitors to help her practice. I mean, it kind of looks that way. This drill isn't realistic. They need a third defender. She's always triple team because of her...
Clark's performance in that Iowa exhibition game more than justified the hype. She poured in 16 points on 6 of 10 shooting, including a blistering 4 of 6 from beyond the arc, while also grabbing 6 rebounds and dishing out 5 assists, all in just 19 minutes of play. Her opening shot, a signature deep 3 from beyond the logo that sent the sold-out crowd into an immediate frenzy. It was a moment that perfectly captured why fans are willing to pay premium prices just to see her in action. But the disparity between Clark and Reese extends far beyond a single game, or even ticket prices. According to Indiana University finance professor Ryan Brewer, Clark was responsible for a staggering 26.5% of all WNBA-related economic activity during her rookie season. His projections for 2025 estimate her total economic impact could surpass $1 billion, underscoring her status not just as a star, but as a once-in-a-generation economic force reshaping the entire league. Clark's impact on ticket prices is consistent everywhere she goes. Fever home games are averaging $197 on the secondary market, more than double last season's $92 average, while road games are commanding an eye-popping $272. The message is clear. Fans aren't just watching Clark, they are following her, city to city. the contrast with Angel Reese is stark. While attendance data for Chicago Sky Games remains limited, the viral spread of her practice footage and ongoing performance struggles paint a picture of a player fighting to stay relevant in a league where fan attention is increasingly tied to excellence and star power. In today's WNBA, buzz must be earned, and Clark is rewriting the rules of what that looks like.